In this video, I'll be teaching you one of my favorite bookbinding stitches. I've heard it called a variety of names like the chain stitch, looped stitch, and the daisy stitch. Whatever it's called, this is how I make my mini jotter notebooks. I have kits available to purchase in my Etsy shop that pair with this tutorial, but I've included information throughout this video so you can use what you already have if you'd like. In addition to the bookbinding kit, go ahead and grab these items if you have them. Scissors, an awl for punching holes, bone folder, ruler, some clips, a piece of scrap cardboard, and a pencil just in case. Here's what you'll find in the kit. Three pieces of patterned paper for the covers. These each measure 4.5 by 6 inches. Blank paper for the inside of the notebooks. This is 70-pound drawing paper. There are 5 pieces for each notebook, which will equal 20 pages in each if you count the front and back. In this little package, there is a needle, a guide for helping with placement of the holes. You can also use a ruler, and 3 colors of waxed linen thread. Waxed thread is great for bookbinding for various reasons. One being that it doesn't get as easily knotted and tangled in the binding process. Some people wax their own thread, but this is already waxed for you. It's usually sold in 100-yard length spools, but I also have 5-yard lengths in my Etsy shop if you want to bind more notebooks. Each of the threads in this kit are about 20 inches long. Let's get started. Choose 1 cover paper and 5 pieces of blank paper. Make sure the blank papers are all lined up and then fold them in half. This group of folded papers is called a signature. You can use your fingers or a bone folder to crease. Even a ruler would work. Next, fold the cover paper in half. Slip the signature into the folded cover paper and make sure they're lined up and snug inside each other. If you'd like to hold everything together, clip it in 1 or 2 places. Lay this out on top of a scrap piece of cardboard. The cardboard is there to punch into so you're not punching holes into your table. Line up the edge of the guide right along the fold and punch a hole directly on the fold at each of the marks. You can use your needle if you're careful and push hard, but an awl works much better. They are usually available at your local craft or hardware supply store for about $5 to $10. I've heard of other people using a nail or a push pin if you don't have an awl. You could also make little pencil marks first and then punch the holes. And if you don't have a guide, you can use a ruler and punch every ½ inch or so. Choose your thread color and thread your needle. Start on the inside of the notebook and put your needle into the first hole. Pull through until there is about a 1 or 2 inch tail. Put your needle through the second hole from the outside and pull through. Tie a regular knot with the thread and the tail from the first hole. And if the tail is too short, pull to make it a little longer to make it easier to tie a knot. Next, on the inside, put your needle through the third hole and pull it out. This is going to be the first looped stitch. Slip your needle under the first stitch and pull. Put your needle back through the third hole and pull. Repeat the stitch down the fold. So put your needle through the fourth hole and pull it out. Slip your needle under the chain stitch. Back through the fourth hole and pull tight. Keep repeating these steps until you get to the end. The first stitch is just a straight stitch, but all of the rest are chain or looped stitches. I'm sure there's a way to make the first one a loop as well, but this is just how I do it. At the end, your needle should be on the inside of the notebook. Slip your needle under the last stitch, but don't pull tight yet. The thread will create a little loop. Stick your needle through the loop and then pull tight to create a knot. I like to slip my needle through the second to last stitch and then trim it. Now you can recrease the fold with your fingers or a bone folder. or even your ruler if that works for you. I'd also recommend putting it under a heavy book overnight, which will help settle it as well. There are lots of variations you could try with this stitch. You can make a bigger or smaller version and include different kinds of papers, scrap papers, junk papers, or even painted papers. I encourage you to try this stitch with your own materials too, but I do have a variety of kits available in my Etsy shop. If you do try this stitch, I'd love to see. You can post to Instagram and tag me, Feinberg Art Studio, or if you use the kit, you can use the hashtag #MiniJotterKit. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel so you can see more like this in the future. It also really helps me know what content you like. Thanks for watching.